Hi, I'm Tim from Amplified, and here's a short exercise based on DISC that you can do with your team. It's intended to be a 30-minute introduction to the sort of value that full DISC engagement and a workshop can bring. So use this as an icebreaker or something like that in a team meeting and gauge the response. There's some pre-work to do before you have your exercise. So first of all, what we want you to do is to print out the team map shown here on the diagram and place yourself where you think you fit in this disc. So just to help you a little bit, the top half of the disc is really around styles that are fast-paced, more outgoing, dynamic, fast-moving and driven. So kind of more extroverted sort of characters. And the second bottom half of the disc is more reflective, quieter, calmer sort of personalities. So, are you in the top half of the disc or are you in the bottom half of the disc? And then think about left and right. So the left half of the disc are for people that challenge a lot, are questioning, wanting to see the detail. Trust is earned rather than given. So are you that sort of personality and style? Or on the right side of the disc is people that are styles that are much more accepting, receptive, will take on new ideas very openly, and will give trust openly rather than necessarily trust being earned. So are you more accepting or are you more questioning? And then with both that top half and bottom half questioning and the left and right, you can figure out which quartile you're in. So are you in that dominance quartile if you are a combination of being outgoing but questioning? Or maybe you're a C if you are much quieter and reflective, but you still want to see the detail and are questioning and challenging. So kind of think about those four things and that'll help you to get into the right quadrant. Don't think too much about which individual segment you are here, because we would cover that as part of a much more detailed disc engagement. But try and get an idea of which quartile you're in. So are you a D, are you an I, are you a C and an S? And always bear in mind that you're a blend of all of these things. So it's just what your natural default style is. So get yourself in that D. So that's your piece of pre-work, but also watch the video that's the link is on the website, and also have a read of the blog. The link is also on that website. So when you get with the team in the room, either on the PowerPoint slide or on a whiteboard, draw a dot on the disc where you think you fit, and then discuss with the team why you think that this best represents your style. Bearing in mind, this is your view of yourself, but then encourage some feedback in the team to see whether your team agree with you or not. So is your view of yourself what your team see in you as well? You might find some different feedback depending on what sort of style members of your team are as well. So some of them may be more questioning and challenging. Maybe some of them will kind of agree and accept it up front. Some people will be quite quiet and it might be difficult for you to get a response out of them. And some people will want to give their opinion quite freely. So that's the beauty of having different styles in the team. Don't get too hung up on the accuracy of the positioning, because some people want to kind of get some nuance of exactly where the dot should be a little bit to the left or the right. Don't worry too much about that. It's just a rough positioning. But don't take any more than 10 minutes with your team, just saying where your dot fits and then asking them to give their opinion. You may be surprised. And then ask your team members, using their copy of the team map, to draw a dot where they think themselves, where they fit on that circle, based on these descriptions. And then once they've done that, ask them to come up on the board, if you've got it up on a whiteboard, and put their dot on the disc, so you can get a full team map of where everybody thinks they are on the disc. Now, if we were doing a full disc workshop, we would then have a big discussion about what other people think about those individuals' positioning and whether that's accurate, and you would have a formal profile that would be much more accurate about actually where your style actually is. But it gives you an opportunity to have 10 minutes of discussion and debate, but it's about where that individual person in the team thinks that they fit on their disc. Don't get too wrapped up about other people's opinions about those individuals, because that can either be a very positive conversation, because it equally be quite a negative conversation if you get it wrong. But it will give you an opportunity to have some fun, and get their view about these styles. When you look at this, by the way, you want to be able to look at, if you've got a really good spread of styles across the team, then you've got a real breadth of different thinking within the team. If everybody is the same quartile, so for example, in a sales team, if everybody is a D, then you've got a lot of people that will go out and do a lot of driving and getting things done, but you may have some gaps and in other areas that you're going to need to think about. So some nice little ideas for you to play with there. So go away and have some fun. More importantly, this is a light-hearted way to be able to engage with the team, think about your own style, get the team to think about their styles, and warm up to an opportunity for us to come in and talk to you about running a proper DISC engagement, which would include a individual formal assessment of that person's style, including yourself, a one-to-one feedback session with each of the team to be able to go through with them for an hour, usually, exactly what that means to that individual. And then as a one-day workshop where we'll actually go through all of this in detail and have a really good fun day. Hopefully that's been useful. Go out and have some fun. Go and play with us and see how it works. Then come and talk to us and see how we can help you some more. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.